rock here, opening night. All the time has finally come. Opening day is here.
Alright, well, it's August 31st today. Me and Luke are out here in North Dakota. We just rolled out here today. We left home pretty early this morning. We got out here, set up camp, and we had to stop and grab some last minute shit pretty much from the store. And then by the time we got out, it was about 3 o'clock. We started to check cameras. We just checked our first 2 normal cams. We've got a handful of normal cams and a bunch of cells as well. But the first normal cam we checked had a couple different shooters at it every single night, except for last night. But I'm not too worried. I've been there every day. So we pretty pumped. We're rolling in here next to a spot we call Beehive. We're gonna go check 2 cams we got on this property, and then we're just kind of going through, checking cams, clearing trees out, and pretty pumped. Sam rolls in tomorrow, Garrett rolls in tomorrow, Caleb rolls in Friday, Tyler rolls in Friday, Drew rolls in Friday. We're gonna have a whole crew of us out here this weekend, and I'm just excited. I mean, can't wait. Deer season's here. Supposed to be like mid-90s tomorrow, and then it drops down to 70 on opening day with a northwest wind. So fingers crossed, but we're gonna keep running around here and see what we can't find. Alrighty, well, day 2 here in North Dakota. It's September 1st today. Me and Luke have been running since about 6:30 this morning, getting a bunch of stuff done, prepping spots, running in and out. We've been pulling some cams that haven't had any bucks on. We're going to be moving to kind of some new spots. We've got actually, like, where we're going right now is a spot we've had maybe our biggest buck on camera, but he's been hitting it usually 30 minutes after shooting light. So we're gonna hang another camera kind of near there, see if we can get them in daylight essentially. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. We'll head back to camp later this afternoon when Sam rolls in, kind of all set everything up, and I'll probably show a little overview of how we got our camp set up and whatnot once that's all good. And then Garrett gets here probably around 6, and we'll do some glassing tonight and hopefully have everything good to go and ready for tomorrow. So pretty pumped. I'm itching to get in a tree, so I'm gonna keep running around today and hopefully keep having some good luck. And we had a few more normal cameras to check. Hopefully some more shooters are on some other spots, and go from there.
Alright, we're at a spot that I set up a couple weeks ago on a scrape. It's treated us very good. Me and Alex have both killed out here. I killed in the rut in I think 2020, 21, I don't remember. Then Alex killed the same year, I think. But we checked a camera this morning that was on a scrape with some buck fever scent, and it was ridiculous. Those deer would rather go hit that scrape than hit the corn. So we're gonna check this camera. It's on this scrape. Hopefully it's good. I jumped a pretty good one out of here when I first set it up, so. $125 videos. Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Some more gear?
Yeah.
What should I do before I start packing my stuff up? What do you mean? All right, so it's about 3:20 here on opening day. We're all kind of packing up. Garrett already left. Caleb and Sam are headed to a spot we call Itchy. Me and Luke are headed to a spot we call Roadside Killer, and hopefully put a buck down tonight. So pretty pumped to get in a tree for the first time this year. 5 o'clock here, opening night. We got a lot going on in the tree here. I forget how much stuff's in the tree when you've got 2 people in filming. Me and Luke came in tonight to a spot we call Roadside Killer. We got a big ass 9-pointer in here. He's probably, I don't know, he's big. One of the bigger bucks we have on camera. He showed up here, he showed up here like 4 nights in a row, and he disappeared for like 3 nights. And he just showed back up last night, and he was in daylight about 45 minutes before last light, so plenty of daylight. So that's a buck we're after. We got a perfect north wind coming from where he likes to bed, so our wind's mint, and hopefully we can make something happen. Caleb and Sam are at a spot we call Itchy, where we've had shooters practically daily, and then Garrett's at a spot we call Small Patch, where we got a handful of really good bucks. So saddle, I'm hunting in a saddle for the very first time, putting these trophy line saddles to the test this year, so we'll see how that works. But I'm excited. First day of archery season here in North Dakota, and hopefully we can make something happen.
Well, the time has finally come. Opening day is here. In North Dakota, it opens at noon, so we got a bunch of prep work done yesterday and this morning, and Caleb and I came and hopped in the tree. We left camp about 3:30, and now it's almost 5, and we're finally in the tree. A few problems here and there, but that's the opening day jitters. But we're on this little corner of this field. We got a camera on. There's been bucks hitting this corner right here, so we're just waiting on. There's a 2 that I would definitely be willing to shoot, and it's just waiting on those. They've been hitting about 7, but we had about a 20-degree temp drop between yesterday and today, and so hopefully stuff will move a little bit earlier. But most of the time when you hope on a cold front, nothing happens, so we might just be killing time. But we're gonna get settled in now that we have everything set, and hope for the best. Here we go, day 1, North Dakota.
Day 2 of season here. We're midday. Most of the guys are actually out doing some errands and stuff. I just wanted to run you through kind of showing you our camp setup. Albeit it's quite messy. We got a lot of guys, a lot of gear spread out, but just gonna kind of show what we got going on. So right now I'm standing in Sam's wall tent of the bus. So as you'll see here, this is where the bus is. You got the bus in there, and then we got camp here. We got area to, I don't know, I've got my little workstation right now. We were cooking. We got gear explosion over here. Just a pile of gear. And then, yeah, so we've got mainly, everything for hunting. We can close up this tent when we're not here. We got bows hanging. So it's nice when you got this many people. You can kind of, get everything out. And then over on the other side here, we've got grill set up. I got my camper. We got Cole's tent. We've got a little screen tent. So we got the camper here. And here also messy as stuff, but you can sleep a couple people in here. Got gear, just a lot of gear, but it's nice being able to spread all your stuff out. screen tent, another area over here. So a lot of stuff, but mainly it's just a ton of gear, and we're just kind of making it as you will when you've got, I think we have 9 people in camp here. So we this overall slow collectively last night. Hopefully tonight's the night. The buck that I'm going after was in daylight, right at shooting light this morning, and I think he's headed back to bed, and so hopefully he's bedded close. We can slip in and make it happen. Caleb and Sam are going to go to a different spot tonight they haven't hunted yet that we call Night 1. Drew will be in a spot that we really like. Tyler's going to be going after a giant. So is Garrett. So hopefully we can make something happen tonight.
It's day 2, North Dakota. Caleb and I are up here in 2 very tiny pine trees. But we're overlooking the corner of a bean field in a spot called Day 1. And there's been 7 different bucks on this camera, including one that's a pretty decent deer. So hopefully they hit it during daylight tonight, come to this corner. It's cool again today, a little bit warmer than yesterday, but we got a southeast wind blowing out over this grass field, and we know that all the deer are bedded to the southeast in this big block of timber. So we're gonna hunt here tonight, and hopefully one comes out, we can put an arrow in, but if not, I think the game plan is for the morning to loop around this property and get in where they're gonna be going back to bed in the morning. So got 2 hunts planned out already. Feeling pretty good about this spot.
I haven't even seen the G1 yet. He might not have any broad tines. Dang it.
Well, that's gonna do it for night 2. We had 2 small bucks come in. One must have come from across the road behind us and worked down the bean field, but just not quite what I'm after here in North Dakota, but ended up being kind of an exciting last 10 minutes of light. So we're gonna hop down. We're gonna hunt this same property in the morning, like I said earlier, but we're gonna hunt basically all the way on the other side of the timber block where those deer are bedding. So we're gonna sneak out of here, go back to camp, have a little food, get some sleep, and get back after it in the morning.
All right, well, it's day 2 here in North Dakota. Me and Luke came back to the same setup as last night. The buck that we're after, I'm calling Jenkins. It's a big 9-pointer. He was in here this morning, at first shooting light, and went back here to bed. We're assuming he's not far. So hopefully he shows up tonight. We came in here, already have seen 2 does. We saw 2 does on the walk-in, and a decent buck that walked in here actually at 4 something. Right now it's 5:30. We've already seen 2 more does and a little 3-pointer. So deer seem to be up early. Hopefully Jenkins gets on his feet and comes in here and give me a shot. So I'm excited, I'm pumped, and hopefully someone can make something happen tonight.
Turns out the buck we were in here after was bedded at 75 yards the whole night here in the tree. I thought I put it right behind the shoulder.
Yeah, congratulations. Thank you.